Hej, siemano wam wszystkim ludzie, z tej strony Arturo, witam was na swoim kanale i kontynuujemy Chronicles of Zerzura. Moi drodzy, w dalszym ciągu znajdujemy się na pokładzie Galeonu, gdzie został uwięziony Ramona. Dokładnie tutaj, w tym miejscu. My jako jego brat musimy go uwolnić. Niestety, tego miejsca pilnuje strażnik, więc no tędy raczej nie wyjdziemy.
Whatever exciting thing is in there, I can't get to it. Without the guard hearing me, that is.
No właśnie, dlatego mamy tak, tutaj mamy skrzynię, mamy beczkę i widzę, że mamy jakiś właz w podłodze.
Locked. Judging by the smell, there's something to eat in it.
Dobra, spróbuję to otworzyć za pomocą noża. Ale widzę, że się nie da. Cążków też na tym użyć nie mogę.
Smells of pickled fish. If I do have to stay down here for longer, I'm definitely not going to starve.
Pod warunkiem, że uda nam się to otworzyć.
It would be really nice and dark down here without those lanterns burning.
Dobra.
This is a cannon barrel hanging here. Seems a little improvised to me.
Czyli tego też nie mogę tutaj użyć. No dobra. Otwórzmy zatem właz.
Oh, how nice and wet it is here. Otherwise, just the perfect hiding place. It's too stupid. The water is going to rise here during the journey. It's impossible for me to stay in here for long.
No dobra, czyli tędy raczej nie wyjdziemy. W sensie, no, możemy się tutaj schować. Wiemy, że żołnierz nas nie znajdzie. Ale co w takim razie? Aha, dobra, lufa armatnia, mogę coś na niej wykorzystać.
Oh no, that's not good.
Hello? Who's there?
Chowamy się, idzie strażnik.
So, it was just a rat.
Ale dużo nie brakowało i by nas znalazł. O, patrzcie, mamy kulę armatnią. Być może będę mógł tutaj coś wysadzić.
That was close. There's not one speck of powder in it. There must be some not too far away, though.
Proch, tak? Dobra, skąd wziąć proch?
That's my escape route. All that's missing is the hole.
Tutaj mamy latarnię, więc od latarni teoretycznie moglibyśmy odpalić zapałkę. Mamy włókno lniane, ale to raczej za proch nie posłuży, nie? Więc... No tak, do skrzynki zajrzeć nie mogę, do tego zajrzeć nie mogę. Jedynie co mogę zrobić, to wejść do włazu. Drabina na górę. Może faktycznie w tym włazie gdzieś tam będzie jakiś proch.
Oh, how nice and wet it's too stupid. The water is...
Dobra, wiecie co? Zrobimy tak. Ja sobie wybiorę tą kulę armatnią i zobaczę, na czym bym mógł ją tutaj użyć. No na pewno na armacie.
Since the pipe is hanging down at an angle, everything would fall out again, so not a good idea.
Okej.
It makes more sense to put the powder into the cannon first. Otherwise, it'll force the ball in the wrong direction.
No tak, ale problem polega na tym, że ja nie wiem skąd proch zdobyć. No obstawiałbym, że proch będzie w jakiejś beczce, ale w tej beczce wiemy, że są ryby, chociaż tu na dole też są jakieś beczki. Ale nie są interaktywne. Ramon.
A cannonball. You can definitely start something with that.
Tak, można z nią coś zdziałać, pod warunkiem... No No bo noża tutaj też nigdzie użyć nie mogę, nie? Na żadnej z beczek. No nie.
What's that? Looks like a knot hole. A quite big one, though.
Okej, mamy sufit.
The timber ceiling is also a floor, and so ought to be able to take some loading.
Ale niczego na suficie oprócz tego nie ma.
The timber ceiling is...
No właśnie. Otwór na węzeł.
Aha! There's something up there. A powder keg, perhaps.
To tutaj mamy beczkę z prochem. Okej.
Now something has to work.
Wow, sypie się.
There you go. And may all your Christmases be black.
I to całkiem sporo.
A little heap of powder. That ought to make a good bang.
Zatem połączmy proch z kulą armatnią. Albo najpierw proch wsypmy do armaty.
The powder's in.
A teraz wrzućmy tam kulę. Zapomniałem, jak działają armaty.
The ball's in.
Kula załadowana.
Hopefully the guard won't have heard that. Well, by firing like that, I could shoot away the floor under the guards, but I still wouldn't be able to get out. No, everything falls back out. I have to stop it up first.
Dobra.
No, everything falls back out.
Wszystko wypadnie.
Everything in the right sequence, and nothing can fall out. The cannon is now loaded and ready.
Dobra, w takim razie skierujmy armatę na burtę statku i podpalmy ląd.
Right there is where I'll soon be getting out.
Przy okazji schowajmy się do włazu.
No.
Dobra, udało nam się wydostać, zanim przyszedł strażnik.
There! That's the fellow! I knew there was someone creeping around.
Let's get him!
The guards mentioned something about Tripoli. Do you know where that is?
In North Africa. That's where I got to know your mother. She looks so beautiful in the evening sun down at the harbor, with her white hair and tan skin. Little Ramon was running around her, and she was laughing along with him. Although she had had an arduous journey behind her, with all her baggage and her pregnant belly, she was so young. I just wish we'd had more time.
Damn it! They're torching the house!
Flee over the rooftops, Feodor. I'll try to hold them up.
No, I'm not leaving you alone, Uncle Tabit.
Just go. I promised your mother I'd protect you. I failed with Ramon, but I'll keep my word with you.
Uncle Tabit!
You are the only one who can still save Ramon. Just go, will you?
Heat generates the lift! How is it I didn't realize that earlier? I've got to get a move on.
Coś mi się wydaje, że wujek niestety, ale tego nie przeżyje.
Up and away!
Kierunek lotu, skóra. Znajdujemy się w balonie, moi drodzy.
Luckily, the clouds aren't so thick that they hide the stars. They let me orientate myself. It's going down. The heat is dissipating. I need to do something.
Potrzebujemy więcej ciepła.
If I'm not mistaken, the wind is driving me in a southerly direction, right along the coastline. That's good. And if it's possible, it'll also take me right over the ocean to Africa. Feodor Morales, the flying genius, the man who outdid Da Vinci, the conqueror of the air.
Nie mam zielonego pojęcia, na jakiej zasadzie działają balony, ale wydaje mi się, że możemy tylko sterować siłą nośną, w sensie lecieć w górę i w dół, ale kierunku tak naprawdę wybierać nie możemy.
The wings are just useless ballast. One moment. What's that? Ramon's talisman. He hung it on the wing, his contribution to the flying machine build. He could do with it himself right now. I'll give it back to him. That's a promise.
No dobra, ale skoro skrzydła to jest dodatkowy balast, to my tego raczej nie potrzebujemy. No w sensie, po co skrzydła w balonie, nie?
You should either throw out ballast or turn it into useful heat.
Okej. Mamy elementy skrzydeł, elementy są drewniane. Mamy też miedziany kociołek. Gdyby ten kociołek udało się tutaj zawiesić, wrzucić do środka elementy skrzydła i to podpalić za pomocą pochodni.
Better if I hang the cauldron up first.
No właśnie. Teoretycznie mamy tutaj kawałki liny. Udało mi się zdjąć uchwyt.
Nice big handle.
Tylko z czym ten uchwyt mógłbym teraz wykorzystać?
It's more use to me when it's broken.
Aha, zrobiliśmy sobie dwa prowizoryczne haki. I teraz te dwa haki będę mógł zawiesić na skórze.
I could maybe hang a small stove on it.
Spróbujmy.
And this is the perfect stove for it. The wing components are made from wood and ought to burn well, but I need a light first.
Ogień to my mamy, pochodnie.
The torch will go out soon. I need some more material to burn. That ought to give some lift for a while. In any case, it's enough to carry me far enough away from Barcelona. And if I'm lucky, even across the sea to Tripoli. When I free Ramon, we can both fly on to America. Perhaps we'll discover yet another continent. The view from up here is 1,000 times better than from any ship. We could christen the new continent Moralia or Tabitania in honor of Uncle Tabit.
Poza pokładem. Dobra, czy my coś jeszcze będziemy mogli tutaj użyć na tym balonie? Bo teoretycznie nic się nie dzieje.
How small the world is down there, and I'm just floating away above it. Nobody before me has ever had this perspective. The copper cauldron is the perfect stove. Heated up air seems to be lighter than cold air. That's why it rises. As simple as it is pure genius. I can't run about the place. I have to keep still. Just don't look down. The air is getting thick.
Może coś jeszcze na tym będę mógł użyć.
I can use it to free a few wicker branches from the basket and keep the fire burning. I'll leave the load-bearing elements alone. Anyway, to know that there's miles of space right below me has my heart beating in my throat.
No dobra, ale kiedy będziemy tak wyciągać co chwilę gałęzie z tego kosza, to za chwilę spadniemy w dół.
The branches burn well, but rather quickly too.
While the Inquisition's ship, with Ramon imprisoned on board, sailed out onto the Mediterranean, Feodor sat in his flight basket, at the mercy and whim of the winds. He could keep the machine in the air, but had no influence over the direction it flew. He floated like this, disoriented and powerless, until a church tower brought his trip to a sudden end.
My flight was scuppered by a church spire. What irony! But still, I was lucky. I came through unscathed. But where am I? I've got no idea. And where I came from, there's nothing left to go back to. Uncle Tabit has been arrested or is even dead. Ramon abducted. Our workshop burnt down. My whole life has been completely destroyed within a few hours. Why? I don't know. All I know is where I have to go now. Tripoli. I wonder how far it is. I wish Ramon were here now. The only thing of his I have is his lucky charm.
Okej, dotarliśmy do nowego miejsca, w sensie do nowego miasta.
I don't know exactly how long I've been flying, but I know I was flying south. This must be a harbour town in Andalusia.
Czyli wiemy, gdzie jesteśmy. Mamy też nowy wpis w dzienniku. Południe Hiszpanii. Zaczepiłem u wieży kościoła w mojej maszynie latającej gdzieś w południowej Hiszpanii. Co za ironia, jest tu jednak port. To tam muszę się udać, nie mogę zawrócić. No mam nadzieję, że tam spotkamy Ramona i uda nam się w końcu go uwolnić. Włas w podłodze, ale interesuje mnie to zwisające mocowanie. Które trafiło do mojego ekwipunku. Żelazny pręt.
I'm sure something can be levered with that.
No dobra.
There's a loose stone in the wall. The tower seems really dilapidated.
Wzięliśmy też cegłówkę.
How fitting. I was hunted by the Inquisition and landed directly on a church. It all looks very ramshackle. I'm no builder, but by the look of things, this tower only has a few years left in it. There's not much that can be recovered. The net at most. I can't pull it in.
Potrzebujemy sieci, tak?
The net is quite tattered, but a piece of it is still usable.
No dobra. Sieć możemy odciąć za pomocą noża.
The net from the flying machine. There's not much left of it. I'll cut a piece off and take it with me.
Jestem ciekaw, ile osób nas widziało, kiedy lecieliśmy w tym balonie, powiadomiło Inkwizycję, że jakieś magiczne siły na niebie się poruszają, jakiś magiczny statek, UFO.
My way out. Unfortunately locked from below.
Spróbujmy użyć na tym żelaznego pręta.
Doesn't work. Not enough leverage.
Okej.
I put the stone next to the trapdoor.
Czyli sobie podważymy ten właz do góry.
Let's see. Yes, that's much better. I'll put it back in.
Kamienny blok może mi się jeszcze do czegoś przydać. Konstrukcja. Wow. Jest jakaś kutka i kutkę mogę na czymś użyć. Znaczy, z wysokości jej zrzucić nie mogę. Ale gdybym tak wziął kamienny... Aha. Drabiną mogę wejść w górę. Gdybym chciał się cofnąć, to jest taka możliwość. Tu jest jakiś kruk.
The collision hasn't really made the tower any more stable.
Chyba że na tej kłódce będę mógł noża użyć. No nie.
It's a hell of a long way down. That's where I want to be. But how do I get down there? I'd rather not climb down there. The wall and the scaffolding don't offer enough places to hold on.
Okej.
Not far in theory, but at this height it's much too dangerous to jump over.
Przerwa, wysokość. Dobra. Bo tutaj rozumiem, że wyjść się nie da. Gdybyśmy tak tą sieć gdzieś tutaj podwiesili. No nie, wychodzi na to, że tylko i wyłącznie mogę tą kłódkę na czymś użyć. Ale zastanówmy się na czym, bo na drabiny tego użyć się nie da. Albo coś z tą kłódką najpierw muszę A nie, poczekajcie. To jest kładka, nie kłódka. Okej.
I could now, in theory, walk across, if only it weren't so high. On the other hand, I've just flown through the air, by night. This is a piece of cake in comparison.
Ja po prostu źle przeczytałem.
I'd rather not climb down there. The wall and the scaffolding don't offer enough places to hold on.
Dobra, gdybym na tej ścianie powiesił sieć, to nie zadziała, nie? Kładki z powrotem wziąć do ekwipunku się nie da. Mogę wyjrzeć przez okno.
It's all down from there. The sill isn't wide enough to balance on without a safety mechanism. The net should offer me a bit of protection. One foot in front of the other. Nice and slow, then nothing can go wrong. Unbelievable how easy it is. I've done it! I've got there in one piece.
No i proszę bardzo, niczym Spider-Man przedostaliśmy się po ścianie do drugiego okna. Ale po co? Żeby udać się do drabinki. Dobra, wszystko jasne. I zeszliśmy jeszcze niżej.
Sounds as if the ladder doesn't really want me to be climbing down it.
No tak trochę skrzypi.
This one here is even more rotten than the others.
Okej. Drewniana kładka.
That looks really wobbly. It wouldn't take much to knock it down. And there you have it, a bridge.
To było prostsze niż myślałem.
This one here is even more rotten than the others.
Czyli rozumiem, że po tej drabinie zejść w dół nie chcesz, tak? Ale po rusztowaniu już zejdziesz. Chociaż nie, mamy też drugą drabinkę.
The scaffolding further down looks a lot more stable. I just have to get to the ladder over there. I have to jump onto there. No problem after that high wire act on the sill. What's going on?
Shh! Be quiet.
Who was that? Who were we hiding from? Soldiers of the Inquisition?
You're not from round here, are you?
If this isn't Barcelona, then no.
It's not as far as I know. Tell me, this thing on the roof, what is it?
A so-called Feodorian flying machine.
Did you fly here in it?
Yes, I worked on it for an age until I came up with the idea of using hot air. Well, actually, it was more of a coincidence.
You simply have to repair it as quickly as you can. My father won't believe his eyes. He has to go to North Africa as soon as possible. The harbour is completely overrun with soldiers. With your flying device, we could just fly over all that.
That's not possible. I have absolutely no material or anything else.
Oh, I see. Oh well.
Dziewczyna nawet nam się nie przedstawiła.
What was that all about?
prostu powiedziała, że musimy naprawić maszynę latającą, żeby jej ojca zabrać do Afryki. Kamienne bloki, ale widzę, że mamy kolejny krzew z mandarynkami.
Heavy stones from the church wall. Overripe fruit. A banquet for the wasps. I'm not going to get at them without getting stung.
No dobra, musimy pozbyć się os. Ale nie wiem w jaki sposób, przynajmniej na tą chwilę.
Clear water, or at least that's how it looks.
Ale te krzyki...
A long wooden pole. Seems to be from the scaffolding. I'll take it.
Wszędzie dookoła słychać jakiś hałas. No i za pomocą tego drąga mam nadzieję, że uda się te mandarynki ściągnąć. Osy nie będą mi straszne. A gdzie one są? Na ziemi. Sfermentowane brzoskwinie.
This fruit is pretty ripe, or to be quite honest, well beyond the final stages of fermentation.
No dobra, myślałem, że są to jakieś mandarynki albo coś takiego. No wiecie, pomarańczowe na krzewach? W sumie to ja nie wiem, jak rosną takie cytrusy.
She's probably gone to the harbour. Didn't she say that her father wants to go to North Africa? Perhaps I can sail with him. I hope I can catch her.
Znaczy, nie do końca chcę płynąć, chcę lecieć.
Hey, you there! Come over here! Hey, do I have to tell you again? Get over here!
Jest żołnierz. Niestety.
I've done nothing wrong. I've just been walking around town.
Lucky you. I have to stand by the gate all day. I can't even go and get some water. Can you do that for me?
If that's us quits, it'd be my pleasure.
Czy mi się wydaje, czy ten gość jest pijany? Tak troszeczkę gada, nie? Jakby miał taki ton i był pod procentami.
What is it?
Droga do portu.
Say, why are there so many guards about the place? Has it got anything to do with the Inquisition?
No, we haven't got time for such antics. We're defending Almeria from those vermin corsairs.
The Corsairs?
Nothing more than pirates. They sailed in 3 days ago, and since then they've murdered and plundered whatever stands in their way. The wretched swines.
Then it's good that you're guarding this gate.
With my life. Que viva España!
Stanie na straży.
Is there anything else I can do for you? Guard the gate, perhaps?
No, that is my duty. Just bring me something to drink.
Jamila.
You don't happen to have seen a young woman running towards the harbour?
No, but if I had, then she wouldn't have got past me in a hurry.
Does that mean you don't let anyone through to the harbour?
Not to the harbor, not anywhere. The order was to seal off the city in all directions.
I'll go and get some water then.
Bueno, you're doing the Spanish army a great service, son.
Przynajmniej poznaliśmy imię dziewczyny. Jamila bądź Jamila. Nie mam zielonego pojęcia, jak w tej części Europy się wypowiada jej imię.
Looks as though the town is plagued by corsair attacks.
Kolejne drzewko cytrusowe.
A lemon tree. I'm sure it's seen better days. A lemon. Tangy and refreshing.
Czyli to w ten sposób rosną cytrusy.
Either no one dares open the door, or no one lives here.
Dobra, gościu chce, żebyśmy mu przynieśli wodę. Problem polega na tym... A nie, dobra, mamy pustą menierkę. Myślałem, że nie mam żadnego pojemnika, do którego wodę będę mógł wlać.
It goes to the next floor up. Of no interest to me.
Gdybyśmy tak zrobili mu drinka z sfermentowanych brzoskwin...
I'll cut the lemon in 2 halves.
Okej.
I should put some water in the canteen first.
Prawdopodobnie to się uda. Woda z fontanny będzie idealna.
I've no idea who that's supposed to be. A hunter, perhaps?
Mamy rok 1500 któryś. Obstawiam, że pewnie nie jedna osoba robiła tutaj 1 bądź 2 do fontanny. A my nalaliśmy sobie wody do manierki. Dobra.
That should pep up the boring water a bit.
Myślę, że to idealnie zadziała na tamtego gościa.
If life gives you a lemon, then make a refreshing drink out of it.
Przy okazji dodamy cytrynki, żeby zabić smak. I mamy manierkę z lemoniadą.
What is it?
Manierka.
That took a long time. Do you want me to die of thirst? Give it here. What is this? It tastes really different, really good.
Well then, enjoy.
Oh, I shouldn't have drunk it so quickly. Can you stay here a minute and guard the gate?
Sure I can.
But take care. And don't let any of those murderous corsairs in. Do you hear?
Understood.
Chyba go też przeczyściło delikatnie.
To the harbour. I have to find that girl's ship before it sails off without me. Damn. That must be one of those accursed corsairs.
Hey, where are you going?
To the harbour?
I thought the Spanish weren't letting anyone out. Are you trying to spy? I'll make you a hole for a third ear in a minute.
No, I'm just looking for someone.
Hey, Daddy!
Jamila, there you are. Where have you been?
In the city. Had a bit of a look around.
Alone? You shouldn't do that. Come on now, time to set sail.
Hey, Captain! Don't bust him up. I can put him to good use.
If you say so, you could feed him from your rations.
Fine. Can you take him? I've got my hands full.
Ow! Damn!
Shut it, or I'll make shark food of you. Being locked up and sold as a slave wasn't really what Feodor had in mind. But there he was, in the hands of the corsairs on the high seas. At least the captain's beautiful daughter, Jamila, visited him every day and provided him with food.
Wake up! There's some good news.
Tell me, is my toilet bucket finally going to be emptied? Or perhaps I'm to be allowed to have a walk around without the ankle chains on?
Much better.
You're bringing me my food because the stinky fellow that usually comes has finally died of bad breath?
Even better. It's nearly my birthday.
That's nice for you. And
And then I get a present. My father lets me choose one.
do you mean from me? But I haven't got anything else. You've taken everything I had.
You fool! You are the present. I've always wanted to have my own slave.
I'm to be your slave.
Yes, it's going to be great. I already know all the things I'm going to do with you.
Really? What exactly are you thinking of?
They've seen us! Heave to! Heave to!
Oh no!
Jamila, wait. What's going on out there? Who has seen us? Jamila!
Wow, słychać strzał. Nie mam zielonego pojęcia, jakie zamiary ma Jamila z nami robić, ale miałem troszeczkę kosmate myśli. Dobra, musimy się uwolnić. Jest kłódka. Wow!
Oh no! Someone's shooting at us! I mean, at the Corsairs! Is this good or bad news for me? Hey! Get me out of here! Damn! Another hit like that and my journey ends here. That went under the waterline. The water is rising, slowly but surely. We're going down. I'm going down! I have to get out of here. Help! Jamila! Jamila! No one can hear me with all that noise. I have to try and get out on my own. The bars of the grating are too close together. I can't get at the padlock. The crossbow has fallen down. Unfortunately, it's out of reach.
Mamy też brelok na klucze. No dobra, ale póki jesteśmy zamknięci pod tą drewnianą kratą, raczej niczego tutaj nie zdziałamy.
The mount is loose. Looks as though one nudge would be enough to make the grappling hook fall.
Co ja w ogóle mam w ekwipunku? Mam kawałek chleba, suszony udziec barani. Talizman, dobrze, że talizmanu mi nie wzięła. No i mamy pomarańcze.
This leg of mutton looks anything but edible, but I'm incredibly hungry. Now I feel bad, but at least my stomach isn't rumbling. I'll keep the bones.
Przynajmniej mamy kość. Ale widzę, że tej kości tutaj nigdzie wykorzystać nie mogę.
Dry bread, better than nothing. Water is getting in through that leak. I've got to get out of here as quickly as possible. I got one.
Udało nam się zabrać nity.
The rivet fits exactly to the bone.
Okej. Mamy bełta.
If only I could reach it somehow.
Gdyby udało mi się zdobyć tą kuszę,
The crossbow has fallen down. Unfortunately, it's out of reach.
to moglibyśmy do kuszy załadować bełta, strzelić w bosak.
I can't open it like that. Rusty, but not useless.
Dobra, mamy zardzewiały kardelas.
The cutlass is completely rusty. It's not going to help me here. I think the grating would win that contest.
Trzeba sprawdzać wszystkie opcje, jakie są możliwe. Tylko, no bo z żadnym przedmiotem, który mam w ekwipunku, tego połączyć nie mogę.
Homemade ammunition.
Kłódka. Żelazne okucie.
I can press notches into the blade like that. The bars of the grating are too close together. The cutlass is completely rusty. Ha! It works! There's no other use for the cutlass.
No i świetnie, ale przynajmniej teraz będziemy mogli złapać kuszę.
Now I can reach it.
Załadujmy zatem bełta.
I could load the crossbow with this bolt.
I strzelmy w to, co jest na górze. W bosak.
It worked!
Idealny strzał.
That'll be useful. Yes! Let's get out of here.
To nie było wcale takie trudne.
Was the level of the sea really lower earlier? Or does it just look that way? Chests full of booty. All kinds of junk. There's nothing in there of use to me though. Except for the hammer and chisel. And the broken pump drill. Perhaps I can repair it.
Dobra, kilka elementów trafiło do mojego ekwipunku. Mamy młotek i duto. Zepsuty drill.
It shook up all the cargo and now it's all wedged together. I can't get through there.
Tu mamy kolejną dziurwę w ścianie.
The grating, for a change, wasn't locked. I can't move the grating. The barrel on it is just too heavy.
Czyli w jakiś sposób musimy pozbyć się tej beczki.
No idea what's in it. Hopefully it's just water. The pump drill is broken. The cord is torn. A crossbow. Nice piece of kit. However, the string of the crossbow would make a very good cord for the spindle. So please don't be anything disgusting, rancid or slimy. That was lucky. There really was just water in it. It's running out now.
No i teraz będziemy mogli pozbyć się beczki.
Now I can open it. I need the empty bucket.
Ale jak on wie, z góry wie, że potrzebuje pustego wiadra.
Jamila, are you in there?
Yes, the cabin is burning! I need water to put it out, quick!
I'll get you out of there. The entrance is blocked. It'll take ages to clear it.
Do you think I'd leave the ship to burn? I'm not leaving here till I put the fire out.
You're crazy. All right then, I'll get water. Hold on.
Dobra, mamy wiaderko, wiemy, że wodę będziemy mogli zebrać prawdopodobnie z dolnego pokładu.
The arquebus seems to be broken. The barrel is quite crooked, but I'm sure it's still good for something. The man is dead, struck down by the mast. What's that? A gunpowder horn? Perhaps I can make use of that.
Róg prochowy. No dobra. Pod pokład. Tutaj mamy zezę, która została zalana wodą. Zresztą widać.
The bucket is full. I hope I'm not too late with the water.
Dlaczego my w ogóle pomagamy Jamali? No dobra, co prawda nie zostaliśmy zabici przez jej ojca, a mogliśmy podzielić losy niejednego tutaj korsarza. Dawała nam jedzenie, karmiła nas i tak dalej, więc w jakiś sposób jesteśmy jej wdzięczni. Ale z drugiej strony chciała z nas zrobić niewolnika.
Jamila, Are you still alive?
Yes! Hurry up!
Got to find a way to get water into the cabin.
No właśnie, musimy doprowadzić wodę do kajuty.
A gunpowder horn. Full by the looks of it. The thick end is closed up tight. Why fill it? I'm not planning on shooting at something. Anyway, the barrel of the arquebus is bent. I can't set the chisel properly in position. Something thinner would be good.
Czyli jeszcze będę potrzebował jakiegoś elementu.
An arquebus with a bent barrel. The barrel would be good for getting water to Jamila. You can drill a hole with that. You just need to hold it still and turn it steadily. There's a narrow gap in the rubble here. I can't see anything through all the smoke though. I can't get far enough into the wood with the horn. That won't hold. I can't get far enough into the wood with the horn. That won't hold.
To się nie utrzyma, czyli
Why fill it? I'm not...
albo nie mam jeszcze czegoś w ekwipunku, albo coś robię źle. No bo tutaj już nic więcej nie leży, nie? W sumie na dolnym pokładzie się też dokładnie nie rozejrzałem. Może tu coś znajdę, na tym statku.
The handcart is completely wrecked. The wheel hubs could still be usable, but they're stuck in the rest of what's left.
Martwy
A
korsarz.
bloody battlefield. No one here survived. I can consider myself lucky that I was locked away in the bilge.
Kapitan Carlos.
Oh no! Jamila's father. Dead. Looks as though he was hit by a cannonball. He's lost a leg, blood everywhere. I hope Jamila will be able to cope with the sight of this.
No wiesz, zawsze możesz się pozbyć ciała i wrzucić je za burtę, nie?
He's not going to need his saber anymore.
Dobra, udało nam się zabrać szablę.
Eight long oars. They keep you moving when the weather is calm. But not when there are only two of you. Anyway, there's nowhere to hook the oars on because the railing is destroyed. 8 long oars. But not when there are... The anchor. The only thing on this ship that is still in one piece. It seems to be tied up tight.
Dobra, mamy wyciągarkę kotwicy. Być może w jakiś sposób tą wyciągarkę będę mógł wykorzystać. W sensie, no, na pewno będę mógł. Ale jeszcze raz podejdę do rumowiska, bo udało nam się wziąć szablę.
I can't get far enough into the wood.
Ale w dalszym ciągu nie mogę tego tutaj wbić. Chyba, że... właśnie tą wyciągarkę... A, mamy grubą linę.
A thick and heavy rope. Even if I cut through the rope, I can't clear all the rubble out of the way.
Czyli coś innego musimy tutaj wykombinować.
Jamila, are you still alive?
Yes! Hurry up!
Got to find a way to get water into the cabin.
No dobra. Słuchajcie, moi drodzy, w tym miejscu kończymy ten odcineczek, doprowadzimy wodę tam w kolejnym odcinku już w poniedziałek. Mam nadzieję, że ten wam się podobał. Dzięki wielkie za uwagę, trzymajcie się i do usłyszenia. Hej!